It should be working now. Awkward.
Ha!
I could have swore that I hit the button, but I guess I didn't.
Do you see the levels going up?
Yeah.
Yep. Sweet.
Alright.
So for all that audio that you just missed.
So for all of the audio that you missed,
We're professionals, I swear.
you missed one character waking up in an inn and then taking a glance at herself and witnessing that she wasn't the way she was when she fell unconscious. And then we would jump to the next character, for which you would see a character waking up in what they find out to be a jail cell, having a confrontation with words with the guard, and now they're working on potentially getting their gear back. That would be the quick summary. Now we'll jump back to you. Lost my train of thought.
She was approaching his desk because her gear was there, and he turned to her and said, "What do you think you're doing? You have your freedom."
And he just kind of sits there, waiting for your next move. Hand on his side.
How far away are my things?
Between you and your things, I would say you're probably a good 10-15 feet.
I'll make a dash.
Alright. You make your dash and a quick lunge to do your quick snatch, grab, run. And you find that he has enough time to stand up before you're turned around and looking back at the main door, all of your stuff in your hands. And he yells, "Stop!"
I gave you a ruby. What more do you want?
The possessions that were also now mine.
They were never yours.
Draws a sword.
Pull out my sword.
Alright. You have one more chance to back down before I cut you down.
You have one chance to sit down before I cut you down.
Alright. And I think at that we'll be rolling our first initiative. I'm not going to bother drawing out a board since it's just a simple one-on-one and you're basically within melee combat already. We'll just open up the good old monster manual here. And find where it was.
There you go. Thanks to the extra.
Alrighty.
Yep.
So if you want to roll me initiative.
That's this one, right?
Yep.
I'll take that. 15.
What, 15? Alrighty. So you are actually going first.
So if you're gonna attack him, roll the same dice to hit.
14. As you take your first swing, he slightly shifts to the side, but it's not quite fast enough. But your sword still just glances the side of his armor plating. Alright.
Is that a hit? Is that a miss?
That would be a miss.
Okay.
Well, you could take a bonus action to attack with your offhand, because it says it's the back, so you have claws that deal 1d4.
Sure.
So roll attack again. And you still add all the same modifiers. You add dex and proficiency to hit.
25.
25 hits. That's a freaking
And that's a
hit.
1d4, but since it's an offhand attack, you don't add any modifiers to it. Unless you have specific things for it. So
3.
3 damage?
plus your strength modifier.
Oh. 8.
8 damage. Alright.
It's that button. Oh.
Wait.
Never mind. Wait. Oh, so it's just 1.
Yeah. It's a -2.
Okay. I forgot. It's an unarmed strike, so it goes strength. So it would have been strength to hit as well, but
That's fine.
I forgot. I was thinking monk. Yeah, no. So for your strength, but
Kitty got claws. Too
One
bad those
damage.
claws are soft.
I just clipped them.
well, it's better than because a normal unarmed strike. If you're not monk, like a normal unarmed strike is it's your strength modifier, minimum of 1. So you at least now have the potential to get 2 damage.
Alrighty. So now he seems a little mad because your sword didn't go through, but somehow your little soft paws did.
She scratched up his face.
So he's gonna turn back to you and swing his sword.
You don't have armor on, do you?
No, I don't have anything on.
Oh.
Does a 12 hit you?
Oh, do I
What's your
roll this?
dexterity? No, what's your dexterity? It's
Your
10
is
plus your
14.
dexterity if you have no armor.
Yeah, you're at 14.
14?
14 does not. I do not hit you. So he goes to swing his sword, but you're a little bit quicker and nimble than he is. So you just do your quick sidestep and hits the floor.
And phone.
And phone. So it's back to you.
Okay, well, I guess I'll swing again.
Alright.
This one, right?
Yep.
8.
8 does not hit.
But
So
you-
it's another one of
Still
those
bonus
situations where you go to take a jab, but it hits the armor just the right way, where it just clangs off.
You can still do an offhand
Yeah.
again.
Do your offhand. So, that's a -2.
Well, you also had proficiency.
Oh.
So it just
So it's
evens
just
out.
straight.
Evens out.
So 6.
Also
6
evens
also
out.
does not. So you just kind of go to swipe at his face again, but once again he's too slow, so it's kind of a bit more of a gentle caress in the face.
Does anyone in town hear this conflict?
Is it in a stone building?
But would you not hear clanging off of metal?
That's a good question. I
Is the
guess
prison
we'll find
underground?
out.
This is another good question.
Alright, so he's going to take his swing back at you. 15. Does a 15 hit your armor class?
Oh. Yes.
Alrighty. Now this poor sucker. I gotta find where his thing is. Oh, I'm throwing my dice around.
That's fine.
That would be 3 hold damages. So this time you just weren't quite quick enough, and he happens to jab you right in the shoulder.
Well, I'll go again.
Alright.
What do I add to that? Or
Is it your rapier or your claws?
Rapier,
Rapier.
first.
So that would be a
Plus
22.
6.
22.
22 hits. You managed to find that weak spot in his armor. And get
So the
it.
D8's at the top of your book there.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you'll roll that plus your dexterity, which I think is 4.
So 28 plus 4. So whatever you roll plus 4.
10.
So 10 damage? Alright. How do you want to do this?
How do you want to kill him?
You can either kill him, you could leave him unconscious if you don't want to kill him.
Slit his throat.
Alright.
Oh!
What's your alignment?
Yeah. Just real quick.
Chaotic neutral.
Okay.
Okay.
So with,
Yep, math checks out.
I've done the math.
with a few side-to-side swipes, you find him in that moment where he's reeling back to get one good slash in on you. You make that quick lunge forward and slash. Your rapier goes right across his throat, leaving him to bleed out on the floor. Now you have the freedom to do what you wish. You no longer have this guard telling you what to do.
What does he have on him?
Well, he's got a short sword, some plate armor,
A ruby.
some gold.
I'm gonna take my ruby back.
I do not blame you. Alright, so you pick up your ruby. It's about 100 gold pieces worth. So if you want to write down ruby worth 100 gold pieces.
This is now literally blood gemstone.
And he
Conflict
also
stones.
has a little coin purse filled with about 15 gold pieces.
I'll take that too.
Just
All
hope.
Or is it blood
Just
diamond?
hope he doesn't have a locket with a family photo to make you feel bad.
I'll take that too.
Savage.
Yeah, well, now he can't rat you out, but when they come and find his body and see your cell's the only one with someone missing from the documents.
So I'll put my clothes on.
Alright.
And I'll put my armor on.
You put your armor back on, you put your rapier back to your side into its sheath as everything originally was before you were ended up in this jail cell.
And can I go search the desk?
Absolutely, you can go search the desk.
I'm gonna do that.
Roll me a
Investigation.
thank you investigation. Sometimes I feel like you'd help to have a character sheet in front of me, specifically for the skills.
Well, then
So-
keep mine out.
Right, you gave me yours. What'd you get?
I had 10.
10? Through the quick rummaging through of the drawers, you don't really find much in the way of things that would really appeal to you. There's documentation for who's come in and out.
Can I find myself?
Absolutely. You find a piece of paper that has your name on it, of course. A bit of a history. And a rough estimation on your stay.
I'll fold it up and take it with me.
Alright. Fold it up, tuck it in the little pocket in your armor. And you, I'm assuming, leave at this point? Alright. As you open the door, you're greeted with the same sunny, bright skies, the sound of the water rushing, boats coming in, boats getting ready to leave. There are still kids playing around. Typical rustle bustle around on the streets. And with that, I'll cut from you and jump to the next person. Alright. Nartho.
Ooh.
You've been traveling for a bit, getting tired. You break through the trees, and you find yourself standing in front of what you can only appear in your sight to be a beautiful town. There's beautiful glistening blue water. You've got the sounds of boats all around you, children playing in the distance, parents screaming, "Billy, come back!" because their kids are running away from them because they want to just have their own freedom.
Yeah.
You tuck your hood over yourself a little bit more because you know that people aren't too fond of the way that you look through experiences from travels through other places, as well as from what other people have mentioned to you. As you walk into town, you find it a little odd that people aren't really paying too much of a mind to you. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna pitter through town. I'm gonna try and look for a tavern. I want to look for somewhere really busy.
Alright. As you're pittering through town, you do come across a tavern, of course. It's called the Crystal Ball Tavern. As you walk in, there's the typical people sitting at tables, ordering drinks. Everyone's doing their typical rushing about. As you walk in as well, just kind of glancing around, you do see as you walk in, there was someone else that walked out.
I'm gonna kind of look at them and be like, do I notice, do they look like different than the townsfolk? Like, do they look like well armored and?
Make a perception check. Saria? Soraya. I'm gonna have to put parentheses on the paper. Soraya.
Just when you pronounce it, just think Jebediah.
I was thinking
Or psoriasis.
Soraya. I want you to make a stealth check.
Oh.
Or deception, depending on the circumstance. I'll let you pick whichever one.
15.
15? What'd you get on?
I got 12.
12? You don't notice much in the way of
No.
them
Don't know what I have.
looking any different or if they're super well armored.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing you can really point out would be that the person's wearing a cloak, whereas everyone else is more typical day-to-day clothing.
So they look like a traveler at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna turn around and try and follow him, but like tug on his cloak, cause I'm looking up like.
Alright.
Tug, 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 tug.
You say donkey.
Turn around and I don't see anyone.
Alright.
Down
You turn
here.
around and you're looking around like, who the hell?
Down here.
Can I help you?
Greetings, stranger. Nartho was wondering if you know of a handsome, tall fellow by the name of Samuel. Have you seen him?
I
Nartho looking for master.
just got to this town myself. I don't even know where I am.
Oh. Nartho don't know where Nartho is either. Nartho just saw Pretty City.
Turn and walk away.
Alright.
Could start following.
Alright. As you two are walking, as you're walking away and Nartho's just kind of tagging along, you hear in the distance, "Help! Help!"
Being repressed.
Sir, kind sir. Sir, kind sir. It's kind ma'am.
Having just noticed that this was a woman the whole time, Naruto quickly backpedals.
Nartho stupid. Kind ma'am.
What is it?
You should help.
Guess we'll go investigate then.
Alright. As you're on your way there, I will cut to someone else. Captain Jeanne.
Oh no.
You awaken in this bedroom. This bedroom has a very soft bed. You don't remember too much between the events of your drinking at the inn and waking up. You turn to the side, and what you do see is a very beautiful female human with long, straight, golden hair. What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna close my eyes and open them, make sure I'm not sleeping.
Alright. As you close them and open them, oddly everything appears to be the same. That same golden-haired girl is laying there.
I'm gonna slowly get out of bed and try not to wake her.
Alright, roll me stealth.
Okay, a 9.
As you pull the sheets off of you and put your first foot on the floor, you hear a She's like, Johnny? Where are you going?
I had to use the washroom. Which room is it?
If you go out the door, it'll be 3 doors down on your left. You can't miss it.
This is your place, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just, since it's not an inn, I'm not gonna worry about walking out naked to the bathroom. So I'm gonna open the door and go down the hallway and go to the
Alright.
washroom.
You enter the bathroom. You go about doing your business. As you put your hand on the handle to leave, you hear footsteps.
I'm not going to open the door, but I'm going to listen at the door.
Okay. Roll me perception.
24.
24. As you place your ear to the door, because of your super sensitive ears, you hear, "Katrine, dear, are you up yet?"
She doesn't reply.
As you wait for the reply, you hear, "Yes, Father, I'll be there in a minute."
It went from bad to worse.
I'm just going to listen and try and wait to hear for when he goes back downstairs.
Alright. You wait for a good minute, 2 minutes. You just hear constant pacing. At about the 3-minute mark, you hear his footsteps start to descend as if to get further away. And then you hear, because of, once again, your stupidly good hearing, you do hear that door from which you once came open and footsteps fall through there.
Okay, so she goes down following him?
Yep.
Okay.
What you can gather.
Okay, I'm going to sneak out and go back to the room and try and find my things.
Alright, roll me stealth to leave and get back to the other building.
I'm actually going to roll you instead. Alright, that's better. 21.
21.
21.
You get out, you do the graceful tiptoeing that you've learned how to do, unfortunately just not so well the first time around. You get back in, you see your clothing there on the floor, just in a general pile, as one does when they first just throw their clothes into the bedroom, as well as your gear. Not quite in the same pile, but just like a foot or two away from your basic clothing.
Okay. I'm going to gear up and make sure that I'm not missing anything that may have been left somewhere else in the house.
Alright. Do me a quick investigation check on yourself.
Son of a bitch. 16?
16. As you're going through everything, the only thing that you really find that would be missing or misplaced would be a compass.
I can't find it anywhere in the room.
Doing a quick initial scan of just where might I have set it, you don't see anything on top of the nightstands or on top of the bed.
Okay. I'm going to look around the room and see if there's any, like, small, light objects for throwing that won't make a lot of noise when they land. Like, any piece of paper that I can, like, maybe ball up.
For, like, spitball kind of idea?
Not so much for a spitball, just to, like, toss at someone so, like, it can hit them and they notice, but not that it makes a ton of noise when it lands.
Okay. You do... Actually, give me another investigation check.
Okay. Just tear a page out of her diary.
Last night.
16 again.
16. You do find her diary.
I'm going to take a page from the back.
Okay.
And then on the page that's the next empty page, I'm gonna leave a quick note for her.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave her a note so she sees it when she goes to write in her journal tonight. But I'm gonna sneak out. I'm gonna sneak downstairs and try and find her and her dad without being noticed.
All right. Roll me one more not investigation.
Stealth?
Shit. Stealth. Yeah. Thank you.
Don't mess up.
No whammy.
I hate you both. 26.
26.
Isn't that 36?
36, because I rolled in that 20.
Well, fuck. All right. This is the most quiet you think you've ever freaking been. This door opens so quiet, not even a squeak on the hinges.
Perfectly oiled.
You manage to find every spot on this floor and staircase that doesn't creak. When you go to take a step and you even think that there's going to be a creak. You're like, nah, and move your foot slightly to the side. You make it down to the main landing. Right in front of you, there's the great big door, as if to leave. Off to your side, there's the typical archway entrance to their kitchen/dining area, to which you see her father's back facing the other wall, and her off to the side, more on his left side of the table. So he would be sitting at like the head of the table, facing the back wall, and she would be at his side.
Oh shit. I'm gonna try and get closer.
All right.
You want me to roll another stealth check?
I'm gonna say yes because you're trying to get closer.
Could have just left.
I need my compass. I was gonna try throwing a wad of paper at her, but if I miss and hit him, that's just gonna be even more awkward. 12.
Oh no.
So hopefully his passive perception isn't very good.
The loudest creak comes out of the floorboard.
Perception is based off wisdom.
All right.
No.
You managed to get pretty close behind him without him even having the slightest sense of, is someone watching me? And he just continues to eat his breakfast and go about his business.
So she's to his side?
She's to his side. She does see you. She kind of looks up at you and gives you the like, oh crap, look. And tries to play it off like she never seen you.
Okay. I'm gonna like stand over her dad and just mime like opening a compass and just and then I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna like miming like me, I'm gonna wait out there. So I'm gonna go back out and wait around the corner.
Can we get a performance check to see how good of a mime he is?
You know what? Sure.
I hate you. Why you have to say these things?
Let's see how well you can mime.
He tried compass, but it
10.
can't.
10.
It's not your best work, but through a little bit of improv, she is able to be like, oh, I know what you're looking for. And as you turn to be like, I'm going to wait back there, you feel her touch near her chest and be like, crap.
She has my compass.
Somehow you think that your compass has made it into her blouse.
Did you navigate in vain?
So
Yeah, I'm gonna just mime that I'm gonna wait around the corner for her to come out.
alright.
Mountie Peaks, a fair bosom.
Am I gonna have to sneak out again?
No, I'm gonna let
Okay.
you make your way back into the main landing area.
Moonwalk out of the kitchen.
You hear her, excuse me, Father, I'm going to go freshen up. And she gets up and enters the foyer.
Foyer.
Thank you.
She enters the foyer. When did 2 other people come in?
This is why I was never a good DM. You see her kind of pull the top of her blouse open a little bit more. Not enough to be extremely revealing. And then her reach in and pull out your compass. The exact one that you remember from when you were navigating to get here in the first place. She hands it to you, and as quietly as she can, tries to whisper to you,
I hope she just yells this.
why you gotta play me? So, she
what'd she
thinks
say?
that she's gonna be quiet, but she comes up to your ear and she's like, use the back door! And then you hear a very quick from a chair squeaking across the floor. And some big footfalls
Back
coming your
door.
way.
What? Which is closer, the back door or upstairs?
Right now,
I'm like, are we right next to the stairs, or is the back door through a couple rooms?
your quickest way out from what you can gather from where you currently are standing would be running up the stairs.
I'm gonna book it up the stairs. I'm gonna use my tabaxi, like feline agility, and just like you know how like when a cat's like running down a hall and they like jump off the wall and bounce off. That's gonna be like, me on the corner of the stairwell.
All right.
I'm gonna like barge back into her room and start opening the fucking window.
All right.
Have a window.
Does it have a window? I assume her bedroom would have a window.
It does have a window. So as you
Does he see me running up the stairs?
he doesn't need to see you going up the stairs. He hears you slam the door behind you.
I'm just wondering, did he see me? Like, I'm worried about him having seen me. Oh god, no.
All right. So you slam the door behind you, and as you're trying to figure out the freaking lock on this window, because for some dumb reason this woman locked her freaking window,
Who's the father?
you hear stomping coming up the stairs. Like someone's mad. Who could ever wonder why?
I'm gonna run back and lock the door.
All right. Roll me a sleight of hand to lock the door. I don't think you would have lock picking tools on you.
I do. Well, wouldn't she have like a deadbolt on her side, or is it just the normal key?
What era is this?
Roll me a. Forget about the sleight of hand.
I'm down with sleight of hand. It's just if you're rolling sleight of hand and you're doing lockpicking, you can add your lockpicking you add your proficiency and dexterity.
I'm just thinking because
lockpicking is
you're
different from
more.
sleight of hand.
You're freaking out, so I'm
Oh.
wondering if you're going to be able to grab the lock and lock it.
So dexterity, just to see if I'm faster than him.
Yeah, just roll me a straight dex check.
14.
See how fast he's coming.
Let's give you a 1, please.
All right, you get to the door and you hear click from you locking it. And when you get back to the window to start fiddling with that lock again, that's when you hear the doorknob trying to turn, but it's not turning, and then pounding on the door. And all of a sudden, guards, knock this door down.
As
Now I'll let you roll me lock picking to open this lock on the window. So roll the d20 and your proficiency bonus. I don't remember if there's anything else for lock picks. So at least for now, do d20 and proficiency bonus. I'll even let you add your dex. So dex modifier, proficiency bonus.
23.
You get it open, no problem. You finish getting the window up, and that's when you hear more heavy footfalls coming towards the door.
Oh, slamming on the door.
You do what to the door?
No, are they slamming on the door already, or?
No, you
No?
hear the footfalls coming towards the door.
Okay.
Like
how?
a couple from each end of the hall.
I'm gonna hang out the window and take a look down. Like, how far is the drop?
As you hang out the window, or are you just like sticking your head out?
I'm hanging out the window.
Like jumping out, holding on?
Yeah.
Alright. You look down. It's no more than 20 feet. However, in the backyard, you do see some guards patrolling. None have, for what you can notice, have seemed to notice you hanging from this window yet.
Okay. Are there any trees nearby?
You do see a few trees, nothing right as you're falling, but there are a couple just kind of off to the side.
Is there anything where I could like try and jump off the building and get into the treetop? For like an acrobatics check that's close enough?
I would let you make an acrobatics check to see if you can make it into the tree.
17?
17?
Mm-hmm.
As you make your leap, a thought crosses your mind.
Oh no.
Oh crap, I don't think I'm going to make it. So then you reach out your arm as far as you can reach. And your hand just grabs the tree branch. So now you find yourself hanging from that tree branch.
Alright. Where are the guards coming my way, or are they going the other way?
You see one guard kind of doing more of like a perimeter patrol, and a couple more are kind of just doing more of like a I'm going to check over here, or I'm going to check over there.
Okay.
They're a little bit more sporadic.
Is the yard gated, or is it just an open field that kind of exits off the property?
It's more like a white picket fence.
Okay. I'm going to wait until either the guards have gone through and are running to the window, or there's an opening in the guard that's on the ground, and I'm going to climb down the tree and just book it.
Alright. So for right now, I'm going to leave you hanging in the tree.
Okay, yeah, you're going to leave me hanging, literally.
He's got to wait for firefighters.
Now we will go to Hayla? Correct
Yes.
me if I'm wrong. That's
Hayla.
right. Hayla? Alright. Hayla,
Oh no.
you enter the town of Riverdale. Once again, the same sounds of rushing water, boats. Sounds that you're pretty quite familiar with. As you enter, one thing sticks out to you more than anything else. And it's one robed figure walking down the street, heading towards something, shouting, "Help me." And trailing behind it is something half as tall. Also clothed. And this sticks out to you like a sore thumb now. Because everyone else in this town, so far from what you can just bear witness to, is very day-to-day clothing.
I'm gonna head towards the sounds, but not like go right beside what they're doing. So I'm gonna head in the same direction that they are, intending to help the person.
Alright. As you three are now converging on the same sound, as you, Snow, are now kind of wandering through the town, you also hear this "help me" ringing in the distance.
I'll go check it out.
Alright. Johnny. I know.
Okay.
As you're hanging in this tree, waiting for your opportune moment, I just want you to be aware that there is a "help me" ringing. Not coming from the house.
Okay, I thought you were going to say the dad was yelling, "Help me."
No.
I was like, oh god, I'm going to have 5 adventurers coming to kill me.
It's ringing in the distance, but you see that the guards aren't paying much mind to it. They kind of have something's going on, but
They're not leaving their
they
post.
haven't been given orders to go look. You see that they're aware. They have that "maybe I should go and leave my post, but I really don't feel like being fired today" look. Minato, coming to you.
Coming to a movie near.
You find yourself laying on the docks. Sore chest. You remember getting into some sort of scuffle. You could have swore something really bad happened, but you can't really recall what happened. You just know that you probably shouldn't go looking for a means to an end at the moment. As you wake up and have your first sit up, the ringing of the boats are really loud. louder than they should be. Almost like your eardrums were a bit damaged, and they're extremely sensitive. Maybe you took one too many hits to the head. Not fully sure. You stand up, take a quick look around. There's your typical dock workers going about their day. A couple are getting onto a boat or two. Some getting off of boats, carrying crates, which you can only imagine would be filled with something. Why else would they be taking crates off boats? You do, however, hear it's more faint in comparison to everything else that's going on around you, but it almost sounds like a mumbled "Hail me" kind of idea.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Okay. And I woke up like this. I'd imagine I would want to look for. I would assume alcohol was involved, so I'm gonna look around if there was bottles around me.
You kind of take a quick glance around the floor. Well, not floor, the ground. There's there's not really much in the way for alcohol bottles. There's cigarette butts. Off in the distance, there's not a bottle.
Flask?
Sort of a canteen, a mug, like someone was having
Tankard?
a drink. Yeah, a tankard. Someone was having a drink there, set their drink down, and went and did something else. It looks about half full, so you can only assume that they're going to come back and finish it, but you're not too sure.
Okay, and it's alcohol?
It appears to be alcohol.
Gonna down it.
Alright.
Oh.
It's just straight vinegar.
Roll me a constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
What did you roll?
6.
This alcohol is alcohol.
Woo!
And it's hitting you kind of hard. Your steps are a little bit more side to side, and you're not really walking a straight line anymore.
Doesn't matter. It served its purpose. That's exactly what I wanted.
Alright. It does seem to help your hearing, though. That mumbled is more of a help me. The boats are less loud and more steamboaty. They're still loud because you're right at the docks, but they're not ringing.
What day is it? Just out of curiosity.
For what you could assume, it's a weekday.
Okay.
Because people are working.
Well, that beats my other regular Tuesdays, so I'm gonna go check it out.
Alright. With that, we'll cut back to the man in the tree. You've been waiting for what you feel is an hour, because you're just sitting there watching these guards do nothing.
Maybe not. It's been like a couple minutes.
Yeah, it's probably only been maybe 5 minutes tops.
No, they burst through the door yet behind me?
It's been 5 minutes. Are you looking for the window?
I'm gonna take a look at the window,
You're
yeah.
gonna take a look at the window. Perception. Or investigation, depending on
I'll do
how hard you
perception.
want to look. Perception?
21.
21. You look through the window and you see the edge of the door is starting to splinter. So you know they're starting to bust through. You have a feeling the guards that he called weren't too strong.
Okay, okay.
As you take a glance back down at the other 3 guards, the one that was doing the patrol and the other 2, you see a tiny bit of a break. The one guard is on his way towards the house itself in comparison to the exit gate. And the other 2 that were looking off in that way are starting to turn around.
Okay. I'm gonna climb down the tree because I do have a climb speed. So I'm gonna climb down the tree.
Okay.
And then I'm going to book it. I'm gonna dash and use feline agility to just go as fast as I can and just hop over the gate.
All right. Are you trying to hide your footfalls at all, or?
I don't know how
You just-
long they're gonna turn away from that gate. I'm just gonna book it.
All right.
I don't know if you can dash and sneak. I'm pretty sure you can't. So
Over to running.
As you climb down the tree and start making your sprint, you turn over and look off to the side. You see that the 3 guards didn't notice you. They're a little bit more focused on the house, probably because they hear the pounding on that door. As you hop the fence, you hear a of the door finally busting and giving in. And you hear a "Get him!"
I'm gonna turn back and look at the window. And is the dad there?
Roll me a perception to make out features. You
Okay.
see that he's there, but if you want to make out any features.
17.
17? You see a male human, a bit more grayish. He's got short hair. It would have been long if it wasn't braided. So he's got kind of like braids on the sides, pinning it to the back. And then he's kind of in like a suit.
Okay.
He's a well-dressed man. And that's basically what you gather as you're making a beeline to get out of where you're going.
Okay. As I'm running and looking back at him, I'm just gonna take my hat off and wave, and then put it back on, turn, and just focus on running.
Alright.
Bitch.
As you're sprinting down the road, something else catches your eye. You see this tall, hooded person with a extremely short hooded person following them. And then a little bit farther away from that,
What's your height?
you see
I think like 3 foot. I'm 3'4".
You're not that much shorter than me.
No.
I'm 5'8".
I would care to describe the person as more standoutish in the way of being
More of a traveler than a citizen.
the 2 hooded figures, yes, as well as the one that you see a bit more in the distance. They don't seem to be walking together. They seem to be more religious than all these other day-to-day folks.
Okay.
Make me a perception check as well.
I'm just looking at all the things today. No, that one's not as good. That's a 9.
Alright. You don't really see anything else other than those 3 individuals that stand out to you more than anything else as you're making your getaway.
Okay.
And then, of course, you still hear the help me.
Alright, I'm gonna approach the tall figure in the cloak.
Alright.
Just gonna come to a running stop in front of them. Hey, can you do me a favor?
And?
Well, I'll just ask for the one favor. I won't ask for anything else, so there's no need for an end. But I need your cloak.
Why?
I'll pay you.
At this point as well, you are more than welcome to describe to Saria.
Soraya?
Soraya?
It's alright.
I'm going to make parentheses, I swear to God. Soraya.
Just type Sir, like dash.
There
Like,
you go.
What you look like, if you wish.
Alright, well, it's, you see a black tabaxi, about 6 foot, a little over that with his, if you count his taller ears, wearing a leather hat with holes cut for his ears.
Why do
see
you
this
need
too?
it?
You see
I need the hood. I need
this
the hide.
as well, discussing with
What are you running from?
Angry dad. With paid enforcers.
Okay, I'll give him the cloak then. So then what he sees is ash gray skin, white hair, and red eyes.
We'll trade for now. Don't damage my hat.
Nartha wonders what
And
just
then-
happened.
Said he'd pay me.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk with you for right now, if that's okay. And I'm going to start pretending I'm walking with a limp
All right.
and hunched over.
I want you to roll deception.
Okay.
Performance.
If anyone asks, I'm your mentally ill grandfather. Deception or performance? Which did you prefer?
I'd say performance.
Performance, yeah.
19.
19. You pull off a pretty good limp for a cat. On 2 feet.
And hunched over.
It's like when you put sticky tape on their butts.
Just gonna loop my arm through yours.
Hayla, you do also witness this cat figure come up to them just from the corner of your eye. And all of a sudden them switch clothes. Well, switch cloak for hat. And then them kind of just walking together in the same direction of which you are heading to.
I'm going to ignore them, and they have their business, and I will continue on mine to the person that needs help.
Alright. Snow, you do also witness that.
Oh.
It's not a huge town. It's big enough that its capacity has the means for multiple different things, but it's not big in the way that there's much to miss.
Well, that was interesting. I'll stay back to see how this plays out.
Alright. Minato, you were heading towards the hell?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get you to roll perception.
It's because he's
With
drunk.
disadvantage.
That's okay because I both got 13s.
Alright.
Plus.
Plus.
Look at that D&D Beyond.
It'd be great if it showed me. It's not showing me. Why is it not showing me?
Ooh, excuse me.
Perception.
D&D Beyond's great, isn't
Right.
it?
17.
17. You would think for being drunk you'd have a little bit more of a blurriness.
I'm used to it by now. It's all just the same to me.
But you can quite clearly make out this cat run up to 2 hooded people, and then all of a sudden one hooded person gives the cat the hood, and the cat gives the hooded person the hat.
The cat in the hat gave his hat up.
And they also seem to be heading in the direction of the help.
Okay.
As well as this little half-sized thing trailing behind them.
Now you're pulling at her shins, or the cloak I'm still. Did the cloak come with the goblin? Or
Nartha just watching confusion.
Alright, I see this, and then I think back to the taggart and like, maybe I shouldn't make poor decisions on myself. Make a mental note to maybe make better decisions in life. And see where it plays out.
Fair enough. Alright. A little bit of time passes. You're all walking towards this man that's screaming for help.
maybe we should go a little faster. I don't think walking's gonna help this gentleman.
You're the one limping.
Drag me. Just act like an angry granddaughter. No one put it past you. Drunk sailors do it all the time. Just play it off.
Oh, by the way, you, Nartho, can now see what Soraya looks like. You also see this grayish-toned, red-eyed female.
Nartha think you're very pretty.
This is all new to me, so.
You can lower the brim of the hat if you want to hide your eyes. Welcome to Bloodborne.
Wah, wah.
No.
Well, I guess we're gonna start walking faster as I slowly drag this man behind me.
Alright. You 3 get there first. And you see this more elderly gentleman. And he kind of sees you approaching. He's like, "Have you come to help me?"
We heard your
Don't mind
outcry. What is it you need?
There's a couple jackals that are terrorizing my farm.
And what will we get in return?
I don't have a whole lot. I could pay you a little bit of gold and maybe a meal.
Nartha like food.
What about you, my mentally ill grandfather? Are you down to get a free meal and some gold?
Yeah. All right. And then with that, I'm gonna stand straight up and pull out my rapier.
Oh. As you pull out your rapier, the other three happen to converge and now witness.
There's an old man yelling help, and me pulling out a rapier.
Basically, yeah. He's going to kind of look over you three, extremely over you, and slightly like over your shoulders, probably past your shoulders, because he'd be like average height in comparison. And he sees you three walking up. Even though you three haven't met each other, he addresses you together. Have you also come to help me?
As I turn around and see who's behind us.
As you turn around, you see, and if you wish, you may describe yourselves.
Nartha turns around and raves.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna go first. You see, like, the anime style, like, guy just walking around and minding his own business.
Scar across your chest.
Yeah. Now, orange eyes, black hair, and then scruffy beard. Kind of like Joel from
Goku.
Last of Us.
Okay.
Orange eyes. Difference.
Joel's dad, I'm sorry.
Alright.
Okay.
I'll go next then. Alright, yeah, so you see a tabaxi in a worn sailor shirt with a brown leather jacket over top, a red sash around his waist, and just sailor's pants. Currently has very messy hat hair, as his hat is currently off. Black fur, but more kind of whitewashed around the face, like gray flecks from all the salt water. Not too much to his clothes, it's just very basic sailor outfit. The one thing that's noticeable is that just his stash is kept very clean, no matter like how many holes he has in his shirt or anything like that. But yeah, that's about him.
I mean, I guess if my character's not wearing the cloak anymore. Wearing this weird pirate hat that doesn't really fit my character. It's kind of hiding my eyes, so you can't really see that currently, but you notice that my hair is a silverish gray and my skin is ash gray. Clothes I'm wearing modeled that more of those that would, like, in temples or in churches would wear. And then you notice attached to my back is also a quarterstaff.
Hayla has an average height and an average build to her. Her most striking feature would be she's very icy eyes and pale silver hair. But other than that, she just wears a simple white cotton dress, and other than that, she's just very average looking for a moon elf.
And you see another tabaxi, except this one is white, with black dots, almost like snow leopard kind of. And
Dalmatian. No.
And I just have black leather armor on, and you see a frameless monocle pierced through my left ear.
Yes.
Love it.
Okay, for Naruto, you see like a 3'4" little guy. He's in silver chainmail with 2 long swords at his sides. He has... yeah. He's wearing a black cloak over his head, so you can't really see his face that well right now, but you can see his really large pointed ears sticking out from the sides of the hood.
Okay. So are they long swords to a small creature?
They're long swords to a small creature.
So they're short sword.
Yeah.
Or very
To
long
him, they're
daggers?
long swords.
He will have a heated argument with you.
Oh yeah, there's actually rules for like size charts for like how weapons for creatures of different sizes equate. Like a dagger for us would be a short sword for you.
No. Him, it's a long sword.
So,
I'm Nartho. Oh, Nartho.
Alright, so are you guys in this to help us slay some hyenas and help out hyenas, jackals? What'd you say?
Jackals.
Jackals. Alright.
Is
Some mutts who are
there-
terrorizing his farm.
Is there a reward involved?
It's a free meal.
I'm a little hungry.
Alright, point us the way.
I don't know.
Those who are
Always going to
gonna help, join in.
Alright, so as you exit town, I'm not going to come with you only because they scare the crap out of me, and I don't really feel like getting eaten.
Understandable.
As you exit town, it'll only be about a mile or 2, and you should come across a... What's with that look?
A mile or 2?
A mile or 2.
Do you have a wagon we can borrow so we can get there and save your farm, I don't know, faster?
Okay, I might have been misjudging distance. It's more like 100 feet out of town.
Okay.
You'll see like not a white picket fence, but like the kind of like a 2x4 style fence, but instead of the flat boards, it's the round poles.
Yeah, post fence.
A post fence, thank you, with the same posts as the fence boards.
Okay.
You should come across those. You will see a bunch of crop, and then beside the crop will be my house. It'll be brown in color, not very large. Definitely can't miss it. It's the only one on the road.
Alright.
And then once you're done, if you could come back and get me, that'd be great. And then I will cook a great meal for you.
Thank you. Alright, we'll see you hopefully soon.
Thank you so much. And he sticks out his hand as if to make an agreement with someone, not knowing who cares to be leader.
Oh, no, not leader. Not leader, just friendly acquaintance.
Alright. Whoever wants to, I guess, make the agreement for the job of sorts.
I'm wearing a fancy hat.
Shakes your hand as well.
You said that. I'm literally taking the hat back.
Still need my gold for the cloak. Thank you.
I'll give you back the cloak since we're leaving town.
Alright.
There's your gold.
How much was it?
A gold?
That was a gold.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's to borrow your cloak.
I now have a gold piece.
Well, didn't you get any with your background story?
No.
No,
For
with your background
reasons?
story? Well, because depending on what background you type, you take some of them give you actual gold.
Nope, for reasons I
For
don't
reasons?
have gold.
Okay.
Alright. So you're all wandering down the road. You exit town
Country
without any troubles, which surprises yourself and yourself. You two both... You almost feel like a bit uneasy that nothing happened as you were walking out of town.
I'm
But
disappointed.
you get out of town fairly okay. And now you have this stretch of journey where you could either walk in silence, you could get to know each other. What do you all wish to do?
Why exactly did you need my cloak?
Like I said, father issues. Just
As
not
in-
my father.
Okay.
But I digress. Does anyone find it odd that this gentleman just trusts 6 strangers to go to his house and then bring him back to reward them and not rob him?
Is it odd to change clothes in the middle of town?
Is it odd to have the intentions to want to rob this man?
I've never said I had the intentions. I just said it's odd for him to trust 6 random individuals to go into his house and not take anything without him present. I'm just saying we should be on guard in case this is more than just jackals.
So you had the intentions of entering his house when our work was outside in the field?
We don't know.
Well, I mean, I was.
Did you chime in and say that?
With that, I'm going to separate myself to the farthest area of the group away from her.
Fair.
I'm just saying, in my experience, if you expect one thing, it's always going to be a 180 on you.
I won't remember much, so I can't say I can trust your word for that.
But you don't know me. I don't know you. So our word means shit to each other.
I don't know much currently. All I know is you have a fancy hat.
Well, thank you. Actually, that means a lot to me. Your word means a little bit more. What brings you guys to the town?
This one's looking for someone named Samuel.
Nartho, look for Master. Master named Samuel. Have you seen Master? He tall, very handsome, brown hair, human, mage. Have you seen Master?
No. I'll get back to you on that.
Oh,
I'll keep an eye out, though.
thank you.
Nartho, you said?
Nartho.
Alright, if ever I see a Samuel, I'll let him know.
Thank you.
Other than that, I woke into town with no memories of anything.
Name?
Soraya.
Nartho.
I remember my name. Other than that, I can't remember much else. It's all a fuzzy blur. I went from somewhere really cold to somewhere really warm.
Does Soraya have any, like, religious markings on her? Like,
As in, like, tattoos, or?
like anything on her armor or a crest or if she has a shield or...
I would say there's an engraving of a rainbow unicorn horn on my armor.
Do you know what this means?
I'm assuming it's a religious symbol of some sorts.
Can I make a religion check to see if I notice anything from my travels?
I would say sure. Depending on what you roll, I have to pull up an email.
I only got a +1, so fingers crossed.
Unless you recall off the top of your head.
That's not good. That's a 5.
No, you don't. Sorry.
Well,
Sorry for your loss. You try and recognize it, but you don't seem to.
that's nothing I've seen before, but maybe a hint to figuring out who you are if we can track that down.
Maybe, because the current symbol I travel with now is this, and I pull out the yellow skull.
Can I make a roll for that one?
Yes, you can.
Slightly better, but just an 8.
Just
So.
an 8.
Yeah.
Can you make out that it's a god of death, but not...
You can make out that it's a god of death.
It seems like you
Due
went-
to the skull, it's kind of an obvious, but you can't really make out much past that.
If you were a teenager, I would say this makes sense, but it looks like you've... I'd assume you've already gone through your rebellious phase. So...
My character is 17.
Oh, you're 17? Okay. I'm just gonna look at you and just be like, "Are you sure it isn't just a phase?" I'm gonna get this back.
I woke up fully different than what I remember of myself. I'm pretty sure it's not
Puberty
just
will
a
do that
phase.
too.
Can I slap him?
If
Backhand.
you want to, I'm not gonna stop you.
I'm gonna
I go to slap him, I just end up petting his face.
just crit fails.
She goes to smack you. You feel the intensity behind it. But when the hand touches you, it's just like a warm, embraced caress.
I was curious to know what it felt like.
Noted. And then I'm just gonna turn and keep walking.
Does anyone else wish to get to know each other, or
Name? Name? Name?
Nartho? Captain Nashami.
Captain.
Yes.
So you have a ship.
Yes.
You hesitated on that.
Well, I have a ship, yes. It's just not sailable.
Has a ship.
It's just not saleable at the moment. I do own a ship, though. It's below the docks. Anyway.
As in under the water?
Yes.
So you don't have a ship.
I do own a ship.
Just not saleable.
Exactly. Thank you. And you are.
I mean, so.
Alright. What's with your eyes?
They're just my eyes.
Nartha thinks they're beautiful.
Thank you.
Are you human? Just
I'm
like
an elf.
No. Oh, okay. You're an elf. Okay. I thought you were human for a second. That's why I said that.
No. When I talk,
I
I kind of seem distant.
Yeah, I thought you were like the Witcher for a moment, but you know.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Minato talks as if he's distant from every conversation. That he really doesn't pay attention.
Oh. He's just perpetually in an out-of-body experience since he's always drunk.
So do we see him like staggering back and forth as we're walking?
You do notice that he's not sober.
Are you okay?
He's not fully sober.
Are you okay?
Typical Tuesday.
Fair. You're not going to be, you know, you're going to be okay to fight?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
I'll take your word on that one. And what was your name?
It's Soraya.
Alright, well, we got Soraya, Nartho, Minato. I don't think I caught either of your names.
You can call me Snow.
Snow? Alright.
You need no nod of my name. Let's keep going.
Well, I need someone to call you just in case you're in danger. What if I just try to
Nartha
call
will
her?
name you.
Nartho, do this, please. I need someone to call her.
Sure.
Nartha's like deeply inspecting her, like looking all around, like
I'm just kind of staying in the middle, like, what is this little guy doing?
Pretty. Nartha will name you Honey.
All right. Guess you can call me Honey.
Alright, honey, let's head to the house.
Can I request a different name?
Nartha, well, name. Nartha request name. Name. Name.
Ugh, let's stick with Honey.
Honey it is.
Yeah,
He
honey
like
does tend to
reaches up
stick.
and like taps your leg.
Thank you.
I have respect for you, Captain.
Oh, Captain, my cat.
I think you're the only one who caught what I said. She said, let's stick with honey, and I said, honey does tend to stick.
Choose to leave the party.
I retire.
Alright. So as you all have a bit of a chance to get to know each other, even just the slightest bit, one mystery remains. Who the hell is Snow? Because all she managed to give everyone was a name. He? My apologies.
I've been
He's a spaz.
misgendered,
And-
misnamed.
Don't worry, I'm in the
You're just a
same
very
boat.
pretty boy.
You know what?
You have a strong presence.
And who the hell is Honey? The person that wouldn't even give you a name. But as you're walking along, you do come across this fence. Inside the fence is a nice crop It seems to be relatively tall. Seems to be more like a cornfield. In a bit of the distance, you see a little bit of rustling, almost like something moving throughout the field.
We all hear this?
You all hear it and you all see it. Maybe not so much the drunk guy.
Is it
I'm used
far
to
out
it
in the
by
field?
Sorry?
Is it far out in the field?
I would say it's about midfield.
Can I see what it is?
You're more than welcome to make me a perception with disadvantage.
Technical difficulty.
Is it a cornfield, like, or is it like just tall grass? Or
How tall is it compared to Nartho?
Taller. It would be like a 5-foot high cornfield. There is like a ditch with grass leading up to it. The grass looks kind of unkept, so it's taller than it should be.
Okay.
So does Nartho notice the rustling? If he can't even see.
Over the grass.
You hear it,
Yeah.
but you don't see it.
I got a 14.
Do we see the brown house?
Yes.
Okay.
So you do know that this is the field. With your 14, you can make out the rustling and the movement. You can't gauge the distance.
I think we should try and attract their attention to come out of the grass, so that way we can actually see them and they're not nipping at our ankles.
Nartho ready.
Alright. I'm going to pull out my rapier and stand by near the edge of the grass. Everyone else want to ready up and we can call them over? Or does anyone else have another plan?
An easiest way to fight them would be to lure them out of the corn.
The easiest way to fight them would be to light the field on fire, but since this is a farm...
I pull to the back of the party so that I'm kind of
away from the fire. No.
I'm also gonna
just kind of watching over.
I'm also gonna back up a tad bit.
How dry is the grass?
Make a investigation check.
This is a good question, actually.
12?
It's not dewy, but it's not dry. It's in that weird in-between state, kind of like a mid-day's grass.
Okay. Well, real quick before we try and call him over, I'm going to ready a torch.
While he's doing that, I'm
Do
just
you
going to go up to the edge of the field.
Do you have the intentions of burning this man's field?
No, just a secondary weapon.
You walk
Fine.
up to the edge of the
Pull
field,
a dagger instead.
Thank you.
climb over the fence, stand. You all witness him do his stumble, half-ass climb over the fence.
I'm going to run and try and grab him before he goes over the fence.
I can do this! Put me in, coach!
Yes, I believe you can do this, but it's safer for you to do it outside of the grass where they could just be surrounding you at the ankles and you won't see them unless they jump up.
Nartho won't be able to see you in grass.
Nartho is at extreme disadvantage.
Think about Nartho's feelings.
Yes. If we do this out here, we have a better chance of preventing getting hurt.
Nartho ready.
What's everyone's passive perception?
16.
15.
Oh, 13.
I didn't calculate that.
It's
10,
10
plus perception.
plus, yeah. Your perception is wisdom, and if you have proficiency, you're...
14 currently.
So 9.
I believe mine's 13.
You said yours was a 15?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear it, you don't, only because you're currently in mid-conversation.
Okay.
You hear the rustling stop. Like, it kind of just goes silent other than their conversation.
Are you going to come over to the side of the fence?
and sit on the fence.
I think we should prepare very quickly. I can't hear them anymore.
Can I fire a bolt at where I last heard / seen the creature?
I would allow it.
Would they be in cover?
Yeah. I would.
You telling me corn stops an arrow?
No, well, you don't know where they are, so it would add to their AC.
Yeah. I think 3/4 covers +5 to AC.
I think so.
I don't have all that stuff printed off yet, so. Okay, roll it.
Print it out. Need new dice.
I'm gonna get an arrow shot in my back.
Are you using crossbow or like a bow and arrow?
It is a light crossbow.
Light crossbow. So you load your bolt, take aim where you think they were,
And misfire.
pull the trigger,
Crossbow
and
jams.
you failed to line the bolt up with the string. So it goes snap, and the bolt just kind of falls off.
Oh, and I pick up my bolt, put the crossbow away.
Please, go on the side of the fence. I don't want to see you die before we get a chance to kill these things.
Sure.
Should
okay.
reword that, because phrasing it that way sounds like I won't let you die afterwards.
You ain't seen me die.
Not to get off this fence. And then I'm going to stand back from the fence and draw my rapier and look at everyone else and see who else is ready.
I draw out my mace.
I draw my rapier.
Lefto already had his long swords out. Long
Yeah.
swords out.
I got off the fence and I just kind of wander around back to them while I'm just like cracking my knuckles in my neck and my back.
You're going to go wig at the drunken fist, aren't you? I had a hunch. And then are you going to keep your ranged weapon out, or are you going to pull out a sword?
I'll put the crossbow away and I'll hold up my quarterstaff.
Alright.
One-handed.
So you all draw your weapons and prepare.
Yeah. And react once they come out of the bush to stab them.
What's up?
Gonna go to Nartho. You know Nartho. Well, you get on my shoulders and see if you can see what you can see.
Nartha liked this idea.
Jumping plunge attack.
That's what I'm thinking. 6'4" elf.
How much do you weigh, Nartha?
Nartha weighs.
That's a rude question.
I'm just trying to determine if I want to make him make a strength check.
50 pounds.
You are fine. Hop on up.
Nartha's small.
Alright, so you get up on his shoulders. That puts you at about...
Oh, I'm
8
at 6'4".
Mm-hmm.
And you're
9.
at 3'4".
I'm 3'4".
3'4", so you're at 9'8".
So should I roll?
Gotta cut a bit of that off because of leg height, though.
Yeah.
So probably safe to say 9.
Roll a perception check. See if I can see them.
Roll me perception.
17.
17. You see... You don't see the creatures themselves.
Mm-hmm.
What you see is 2 paths.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of... almost crop circle-ish, but not quite. It's a little bit more hectic and less planned out.
Mm.
But they merge almost together and start to head towards the house. In 2 separate paths. So it's like one corn, one.
There are 2 paths. They go toward house.
Is the house behind us?
If you're walking along the road and you're staring towards the field, the house would be to your left.
Okay, so they're walking away from us.
They would be walking to your left.
So you said they're going to the house?
To the house. 2 paths. Hand motion.
Should we make some noise? I'm going to start howling.
You start howling.
Yeah, try and get their attention.
Alright. As you start howling, you notice that these paths stop moving. And then they start merging towards you guys.
They're coming to us. 1 path now. Merge.
Yeah.
And with that, I think we'll take our break here.
Okay.
So we'll be back in about 15 minutes, guys. Allows everyone to get snacks, restock on water, whatever everyone needs to do. And we'll see you all in about 15 minutes.
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right.
Oh no.
And we're back.
There you go. Wait, you can't say you're ready as you ever are and then say, oh no.
We figured out a new situation for the camera, so you'll have less movement from being on the hat.
That's no longer on the DM's hat, so rip DM cam.
I think it was a great idea.
I really just
Yeah.
wanted I wanted to office camera him every time something stupid happened.
It was a great idea in theory.
This
For
is-
motion sickness, it didn't really work.
This
It
is
just needs like that extra, like that counterbalance thing.
Yeah, this is temporary until we have ideas. We need to make them work, but not
Or for
while we're
one remote.
streaming.
Exactly.
This is temporary for now.
But with that being said, we're back at it. Before we took break, everyone had started. Well, not everyone. Captain Johnny here started making some sounds, and Nartho noticed that the creatures were starting to make their way towards the party.
Everybody, ready up? Again, like I was saying before, and you were judging me because you thought I was going to rob this man. We came here expecting jackals.
You keep saying you're gonna rob this man.
No, you keep expecting me to rob this man. I'm clarifying this.
It's Jackal.
We're expecting jackals.
Jackal. It's a jackal.
Everything does a 180 in my experience.
So it's not gonna be jackals.
I don't know. Just keep an eye out.
All right.
Okay.
Alright, Nartho, roll me perception. Only because you're so high up. Awkward.
high up.
I crit failed.
So she's that high up. Some clouds roll by.
You don't see anything because the bird flies in between you and you get distracted. Oh.
Oddly enough, like a speck of dust goes into your eye, and you start like crying.
No, the eye hurt.
Oh no. I'm just gonna prepare to slash whatever comes out of the brush.
Actually, I'll have all of you roll, except for Nartho.
Nartho's currently rubbing her eyes.
We all have to roll, even though some of us are like standing back from everyone.
23.
Actually, hold on. What are we rolling? Sorry.
Perception.
15.
15.
Modified 20.
Modified 20.
You see your shoes.
23.
Alright. Snow. You try to pay attention, but look down and notice your boots untied. So,
I should fix this.
you go to tie your boot. The rest of you, however, notice through both sound and sight that the noise is starting to slow down, and something's starting to peek up out of the
Out of the
Crop.
5-foot corner.
Wait,
like you're starting to see pointed ears.
how high is this?
5 feet, roughly.
That's one big ass jackal, huh?
Saying it's not a jackal?
I'm not saying it's not a jackal. I'm just saying we might just not be what I was expecting.
You're
It might be a
saying-
180.
You saying this is worth 2 free meals, not just one?
Oh shit, you're right.
Nartho. Want to have some fun?
Nartho like fun.
Let's do it.
I'm
Go get him, Nartho.
Are you legit doing that?
I asked if she wanted to have some fun.
Nartho's
Because
gonna scream.
I will drive on.
if Nartho doesn't want to get flung, she can make a contested strength throw against you.
No, let's do it. Nartho has swords out.
You roll strength to see how far that you can throw her. You're going to roll me a
Acrobatics or athletics?
acrobatics.
Oh, hell yeah.
See if you
to
hit it
see
on the
if you
way.
stick the landing.
Oh no.
Come on.
I
That's not what I want.
got a 10.
Alright.
I got a 15.
Aren't you proficient?
Oh wait. I am proficient. Just kidding.
Now,
12.
also, how
Yeah.
far back on the road were you?
I wasn't far back at all.
Weren't they on the fence?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I
Well, you
believe
came down
these
from
two
this,
were the
didn't you?
closest. Me and her.
But then
were the furthest,
Narco
then you
came
were
up and
kind
we
of-
were looking.
You're busy.
Yeah. I'm a little occupied right now.
You throw her,
Uh-huh.
she goes in. You hear the and all of a sudden she's fucking gone.
Nartho's a he, by the way.
He's gone. Wow, I am moving terrible.
Minato! I thought we were fighting out here!
I should be fired.
Oh no!
He wanted fun.
You literally threw him to the wolves!
He's 3
Jackals.
5.
Shut up!
It's a shackle, and you know it.
Give you.
Nartho, take 2 damage from the fall. You didn't quite stick the landing, but you didn't quite fall. It was more like you twisted your ankle when you landed.
Nartho, okay.
See, he's fine.
I'm going in
Nartho
after him.
lost.
We're trying to distract him and calling out to us. Don't think it's to our advantage to fight them in that.
No.
I'm gonna be like
I'm gonna
for
make-
shame and smack his shoulder.
I'm gonna make eye contact with the thing peeking through the woods and just, like, bare my teeth and try and, like, challenge it.
Hold on, let me open my book here.
I don't like that. 'Cause that's...
Norman. Captain Johnny, do you want to... Not you. I want you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck you. Not you, actually. Let's go with you. C.
Good call, good call.
17.
You are perfectly fine. You stare this thing
Damn
in the eye, and it stares back at you. You feel like it's trying to do something to you, but you kind of just shrug it off.
Is it more magical or just, like, menacing? Like JoJo menacing?
More magical,
More magical?
in a sense.
Okay.
Does it look like a jackal?
It does resemble features of a jackal.
Looks like a jackal, but I sense something magical. Be careful looking in the eyes.
Nartho's gonna try and attempt to find his way back to the group.
Roll me survival.
Oh, I'm proficient in it.
I was gonna
So-
say, if this thing's taller than the corn, and she's super small,
Does this thing respond anyway from you trying to challenge it?
From
But I'm
just the
proficient.
initial glance and you feeling that magical effect, it doesn't appear to, like, run at you or anything like that.
Okay.
Kind of just holds gaze.
Okay, I got you. Sorry, I was reading my sheet wrong. Got 6.
You think you're going the right way.
Nartho lost!
Can I see Nartho's path?
Do you say that aloud?
Yeah, I'm screaming.
I would want you to make a perception. See if you can see her path.
His?
She is a small creature after all.
His? His?
He's a small
That's
teacher.
a 35.
You definitely see Nartho's path.
You nat 20.
I zoom in.
we're losing people to the corn.
Somebody get him.
Alright,
No.
you're jumping into the corn going after
No,
her?
I'm saying somebody needs to get him in
Oh.
character.
Oh.
Nartho, over here!
Nartho here! Nartho's gonna attempt to run in the direction of the voice.
Alright. You start heading in the direction of the voice that you heard.
Bump into something.
You do notice the Nartho-ish path getting closer to you.
Okay.
That's the right way,
I'm
Nartho.
Gonna look one last time with a jackal and try and challenge it to come out and fight. Just like-
As you look down at it, you do notice it getting closer to you.
Is Nartho gonna come up behind the jackal if he's heading straight to the party? Party jackal, Nartho.
You
I'm
won't
gonna-
run that far.
I'm gonna stay
Okay.
close enough to the fence that if it gets to the fence or climbs over, I can just stab it as soon as it gets in range.
I'm gonna sit on the fence again to see
For the sake of...
and get ready to
before
jump
I
if I have to.
get too crazy into it, I'm gonna draw out on our
Oh.
fun little board for you.
You were ready.
I was
Um,
expecting an initiative roll.
Not yet. Those of you watching from home, you probably won't be able to see the drawn board.
It's fine.
It's more or less just so then everyone here at the table has a visual representation. So, I don't think my black marker is going to be...
On square 1, columns 5.
Actually, do you want to flip that board over? Because the other board is grass.
Yeah, sure.
Grass is grass.
Grass is grass.
Grass tastes bad.
I see. We're not using the full board.
No, you are not. And just the 4 squares would suffice.
Let's play a game of Foursquare.
Alright, so
Can you switch between the two?
I have both up on the screen
if
right now.
we're looking at it like
If
this,
you want all the stream setup, I do.
somewhere over here would be your road, right?
Where we were?
Yep. And you've got, don't pay attention to my crappy lines.
It's actually really good.
So that's your road.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably got about 5 foot of ditch. This being that fence.
That's the fence.
Yeah, this is the fence.
Actually.
And then basically everything past it. We will draw that out in the red expo marker. Basically from about here.
You get those cameras.
From this line back is the crop.
Debating it.
And then, just as another visual representation,
House?
this is Buddy's house.
Okay.
So where's the jackal sitting right now?
From
Captain Hisham.
the cat eye perspective,
Where are you?
Well, that's like I was dead straight looking. at
You've
him, so
got-
it depends on where the jackal is.
one jackal, kind of like, where are you, Captain?
Where I would make eye contact with a jackal.
Bless you.
You've got one jackal here, and one jackal back here.
And where's Nartho in the field?
So we don't know about that one.
Nartho here, and slowly
Wait.
making his way back.
Where are you?
I'm on the
It's right there.
fence sitting.
This one?
Standing of the fence.
Okay, then yeah, that works. Right there.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Nartho, protect your booty.
Screen.
So you're tying your shoe.
Move some paperwork off to the side.
Nartho might get hurt.
Alright. So now everyone's in play. Everyone's got their things going on. With that, we shall roll for initiative.
Am I rolling for initiative too? If I'm still trying to run back to the road?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
because it's turn order.
Oh no.
Oh
Would I
no.
subtract my dex from my initiative?
Yes.
Pardon?
What am I doing?
Yeah, he has a negative
So roll
in
a
dex.
Yes.
Yes, that's your, and
Then
then
yes.
plus your
Cool.
initiative.
14.
Just give me 1 second.
Yep.
Because I'm
I
going
almost
to,
hated myself.
Why?
It was like this. And I'm like 5, 24, 5, 24, 5. I've had that happen all too many times. More so on death saving throws, where it's terrified me.
25 to 20.
He's
Oh, 23.
21.
Johnny is 23.
It only gets worse from
Otto's
here.
21.
Come on, takes one.
20
Add
and
my
15.
charisma to it.
15.
Snow 15. 15 to 10.
14.
13.
What did you roll? The line is 2. I got it now. Wait, did you make the strength dex here?
not important.
You said 14?
Gwen?
Yes.
And that leaves us with yourself.
7. I don't plan on being anywhere near combat. So, spells for life. Because I know 5 cantrips. I know what disgusting amount of cantrips.
Don't mind me while we get the initiative ready.
Shoes by Sunday, making a comeback.
Alright. So up first in the initiative order is Captain Ajani.
I'm just gonna. I was gonna say I was gonna light the field on fire, but no, we have you in there.
We've had a consensus too.
I know.
I'm also in there.
Get the popcorn.
We're doing it.
Maybe that's our free meal.
We going in? Or are we gonna wait for them to here again?
We have to save a small one,
So are we going in?
apparently. You had to throw him.
He wanted to have some fun.
Alright, so as you walk into the corn, and get up to the jackal, you now see a full-blown view of that guy right there. For those of you at home wondering what
Like I said, Soraya, a full 180, and
Is
you
that
just
still a jackal?
you see
Jackal.
that.
kind of.
Oh.
So we're
Tabaxis are
ugly son
the
of a bitch, aren't you?
people, right?
Yeah.
Would
They're
they
like,
find
Did
that
you say that?
attractive?
oh,
Yeah.
stop.
Isn't that more of a dog?
He looks at you in the
I
eye.
don't know, furries.
He goes, coming from the cat.
Yes. Couldn't think of anything more clever. Cack out your tongue. And I'm gonna stab him.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to stab him. Is the important word. Does a 22 hit?
A 22 absolutely hits.
I think it absolutely does not hit. Get fucked.
Well, it was a good session, guys.
Yeah. 12 damage.
Alright.
I rolled max damage. Beautiful. And I'm going to stab at him with dagger in the opposite hand.
Okay.
And does a modified 20 hit.
Yeah.
Just give me a moment. And 3 more damage. So 15 total.
2 books for spells.
Minato. Snow, you're on deck. That just means you're after him.
Hey,
I'm not lost. Nartha not lost anymore.
shoulder time. Come on.
Are you gonna throw Nartha
I'm
again?
not going to throw you anymore. Come on.
Okay.
Only if you want to.
Go back
Has
up.
trust issues.
Okay, so for your action, you pick her up and put her on your shoulder. Him.
Can't she just climb on?
It's not her turn.
Mm.
His turn.
Okay.
Speaking third person.
Gender bend.
Mm.
I'm used to females playing female characters and males playing male characters.
Sorry, we're different.
I know. You just like to screw with me. It's fine.
You should play.
Just talk like
It's
Nartho doesn't say Nartho
fine.
does everything.
That's like
There's
Nartho.
And then
a small
You can
rule for
use an
elf.
action to pick them up
20.
and put them on your shoulders.
What?
When you're
25.
playing an elf, there's a small rule for it.
I use my action because then I can use my bonus action. That's fine.
You used your action to pick them up?
Mhm.
Okay.
Now we see
It's on there.
I think.
Johnny fighting this person. And then
So you come up to them and see Captain Ajani shank this jackal
Okay.
Twice.
twice.
Can I use my bonus action to do keen powered strikes? Oh wait, I don't think I have that actually yet.
No,
What do I have?
it's when you make an attack, you can use a key point to use your bonus action to make 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay, well, as a bonus action, I can do an unarmed strike.
Oh, normal one? Yeah.
Monks, baby.
Sounds good.
$19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
7 damage.
Alright. So, Captain Ajani, you see Minato
Come running
Well-
through the corn.
with
Just-
Nartho on his shoulders
Staggering through the corner.
and just walks
Right.
up to this jackal, punches him square in the nose, and then drops him.
He's out.
Zap. That's a dead jackal.
So,
Honey,
Minato's strong.
it's your turn.
Nartho didn't even need to use sword.
Okay.
keep an eye out on
Okay.
whoever's out next to it. Next coming.
So dice number 1 is currently dead. If you want to just remove it from the board.
Yeet.
That's hysterical.
Do. I'm going to cast Bless on these 3.
Okay.
Yep. So you guys get a D4 to an attack roll or saving throws.
On which side? Oh.
You bless.
After that would be Nartho. As long as you're done.
Yep, I'm done.
Okay. So,
You're currently on Minato's shoulders.
mm,
So you got a personality type for season.
so because I'm on Minato's shoulders,
Wait a second.
Ice Queen's
Did you not go?
No, you totally skipped me.
Awkward. Okay.
Oh, never mind.
I'm gonna back up for a second.
that's okay.
You were supposed to go after Minato.
How many squares can I move?
You're
30.
So,
So-
6.
Each one is 5.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, just move me up.
Just ignore me butting and just blessing y'all.
20, 25, 30.
And you can use your
Can-
feet on agility to double that.
Can Bless be casted on more than 3 people?
Not at my level, no, but I can.
So the max is 3.
Yep, for my first level. So, I'm sorry.
If you want to choose different targets, you
And you
can.
can move diagonally as well.
Because she
So,
technically would have been
she
there
can get up
before
to
you cast the
die,
spell.
right?
She could, if you want to use
Okay.
your feet on agility, you can get there and still attack.
I'm thinking.
Sure.
Wait, what? Never mind.
Scratch that.
It's all good.
So if you're gonna
Okay, so I roll this one, right?
roll
Mhm.
and add 6, because that's your
11.
11 to hit. Unfortunately, you do not.
If you have a dagger in your offhand, you can stab as well. But it depends on if you put a dagger in your offhand.
Same thing. That's what it was like.
If you don't have a dagger out, you can still attack with your claws. But it'd be strength instead of dexterity.
Oh. Well then, can I use a dagger?
It's a bonus
didn't-
action to pull out a weapon. So you can pull
Yeah,
it out
yeah.
and have it for next turn though.
Yeah, sure, I'll pull it out.
Okay.
But yeah.
And then with that being said, yeah, it's Nartho's turn.
Okay. So one of Nartho's race abilities is nimble escape. So as a bonus action, I can disengage, so I can hop off of his shoulders and run. Can't I?
Well, you don't need to use your disengage.
Well, no, but as my nimble escape is getting off his shoulders and running to the jackal, because I'm assuming at this height I can see where it is,
yeah.
so I can hop off and run to him.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Yeah.
need to use anything special. You can just hop
No?
off. Yeah.
Okay, it wouldn't cost it wouldn't take an action or anything like that. Okay, so
You just picked him up for nothing. It's
20.
fine.
like if it was your turn, you probably could have used movement to get on him. But since it was his turn, he was physically moving you.
Okay. And then another thing with... So my fighting style is, like, I can wield 2 weapons at once.
Mm-hmm.
So I can use, like, my 2 long swords and attack with both of them and use my bonuses on both of them, right?
Yeah, so with your offhand weapon, regardless of because you have 2 weapon fighting, you always add like your modifiers to hit.
Yeah.
But unless you have 2 weapon fighting like you have, you can't add modifiers like dexterity to damage.
Okay.
You can do that for your offhand as well.
Okay.
We can't.
Sounds good.
So yeah.
Does a 12 hit?
12 does hit.
Ha! Okay.
There's one off.
So, I need my dice.
No. I'm
Please.
too busy drawing you.
Okay. So I'm gonna attack with my 2 long swords. 4, 3. So he does 7 damage.
Is that from the one sword?
No, that's from both swords.
You had to roll to hit with both.
Oh, I have to roll a hit with both, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the 1, it was 4
Okay.
with the 1 sword. And 13 to hit with the 2nd sword. So then 5 with that one.
So 9.
9 altogether.
Okay. And that's it?
Yes, so I can attack with my...
Stab.
Jackal's
Cut his
turn.
Achilles tendon. Oh.
Oh! Darth can take it.
Kick the baby.
Kick the baby.
He stares at you. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add your wisdom
Oh.
modifier.
Uh-oh. Crit failed.
Crit failed?
Yep.
Alright. As he stares into your eyes, you get the sense of being really tired.
Uh-oh.
And you just lay down, curl into a ball, and take a good cat nap.
No!
You've left
You
the
are now
That's a 3rd level spell. No,
asleep.
God!
For its bonus action, it is going to howl. So all of a sudden you hear, "Ooh." And next up is Soraya.
Hurt Narco ears.
Need a wisdom save.
My jackal needs a wisdom save.
Yep.
Well, she is. That's a 12.
Nope.
All right.
Get riggedy wrecked.
So your jackal starts hearing bells. And they take 14 damage.
You took toll of the dead.
How do you want to do this?
How much damage?
14. Or would I add that?
You wouldn't add your proficiency, so it'd be +3.
It's just +3.
Yeah, you have the +3
Yeah.
damage.
So then it takes 12 damage, not.
That's still
Oh.
enough to kill it.
No. Cantrips don't get the bonus. Unless you have a special feat later level.
9 damage.
Still enough to kill it.
Cool.
Don't kill it, easy.
Just let him kill it.
Cantrips just don't get because that's
But my spells would get that.
this is your to hit.
Okay.
And then if there's spells that would let you deal extra damage, you deal
Plus
them,
wisdom.
yeah, like how you do with a spell.
Okay.
But cantrips, unless there's certain feats that you
Unless
get later
it's-
on,
Okay.
that let you use that damage on top of cantrips.
I mean, it hears bells and it's here. I'm just gonna say its mind explodes.
All right.
Oh.
Its heart stops. It's just been
So-
deadly afraid of bells its entire life. Welcome to Saw.
As it glances up and looks over at you standing on the other side of the fence, you see it clutch its ears, and all of a sudden its head starts to grow, which is really odd for a jackal.
Nartho
And
scared.
then suddenly, like a water balloon just popped.
Is Nartho covered in grossness? Nartho right there.
Dexterity save.
Yeah.
Let's see if Nartho's a nasty boy.
13?
13? I'll say you managed to tuck behind some other corn.
Brain juice. Nartha don't like. Oh, except Snow is asleep.
Snow just gets like full splatted on.
It's fine.
Nartha hide behind Snow.
Alright. What would y'all like to do?
Nartha lost again.
Check the bodies.
You don't really find much.
Did they have any weapons, or were they just barehanded?
They're just bare-handed jackal things. I guess what you do notice would be it turns from looking more humanoid into more of an actual jackal. So it goes from full-blown 6-foot-tall humanoid jackal thing to a jackal. A typical cat-like jackal. Same with the one that you exploded the head on. Except without the head.
Let's drag the bodies over to the house for proof for the farmer.
Do we need to be concerned about the howl?
Yes.
I'm gonna try and wake up Snow.
Okay. You walk over to Snow and you just kind of give her a shake and she's like...
Him.
Him a shake and just wakes up. Like, what the hell just happened?
Are you alright?
What am I covered in?
Brain juice.
Oh, we'll find you somewhere to clean yourself.
Quickly, please.
I guess I'll walk with him to the farmhouse, hoping to find like a hose or something.
I'll grab the jackal's hind leg and just kind of drag it to the house.
Okay. So you're all just converging on the house then?
Yeah, bring the jackal's bodies over there.
Alright.
Nartha hold on to
the
Snow
sake
so
of
he
the
doesn't
map,
get lost
I
in the
will
field.
I love him so much.
Redraw it, sort of.
Nartha don't want to get lost.
I'll redraw it to be a little bit more in the perspective of the house. Don't mind me getting all close to you.
How tall is the house?
It's a 2-story house, so 20 feet.
Oh, great. I'm gonna climb the wall of the house.
So you would have
I have climbing speed.
Captain, what you doing?
road,
I want to see if the howl's bringing anything more through
Kind
the
of like a
cornfield.
driveway of sorts. The fence.
Is that a rainbow D20?
Yeah, this is a rainbow color set.
That's awesome.
Crop. It's fine.
It's a big house.
The windows are 15 feet up.
excuse my quick drawing.
They're on the second floor. No windows on the first floor. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna climb up onto the roof.
Alright, so if you want to place yourself in the triangle, and then I'll just say you're 20 feet up.
Yeah, and from my vantage point, I want to take a look out in the field and see if the howling attracted anything else.
Okay, perception check from you.
Okay. Do I get any bonus from the height?
Narthos will.
Yeah, I'd let you do it with advantage.
Oh, sweet.
Because you brought both jackal bodies.
Yeah. I figured they'd follow the smell of blood.
There you go.
21.
21. You do see 4 more paths coming towards the house.
It's 4 of them.
Not already.
I'm going to back up. Actually, wait, no. I'm going to... can I try and like call out what direction they're coming from?
Yeah. You would notice that they're coming from the... It would be south.
So like they're coming straight from this way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it would actually be more towards the back corner here. like where the mic is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because otherwise you would have seen.
What's the rules for running long jump? Actually, I can't risk taking that much damage from a fall. I'm gonna climb back down.
Climbing back down?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, yeah. Just ready up for the next wave.
Round 2.
Round 2.
Just
Right.
wait- You just wait for them to show up?
Before we start, I'm gonna take my water skin full of water and I'm just gonna kind of try to clean off snow as much as I can.
Oh, Snow's awake now, right?
Yep.
Snow, just pull out your knife.
I'm gonna inspect the jackal body to see what I can learn off of it.
Roll a investigation.
Also, how far away did they seem? Like they look?
Not very.
Not very far? Okay.
13.
13. They appear to be just basic jackals.
Does anything come back to me because it's a dead creature?
You look into its eye.
Of the one that still has a head? Okay.
Of the one that's still there, not the one you explored.
No, you just the eye. You're just holding it.
You look into its eye, and you gain kind of like a flashback
Okay.
of a moment in time when you're in between states
Okay.
of this presence speaking out to you.
Okay.
For preservation purposes, I won't say anything more than that out loud.
But I remember the conversation we had.
You remember the conversation you had with said
Cool.
thing. Upon you opening your eyes, the rustling of the crop is getting really close to you.
Try not to look them in their eyes.
Not already.
Not that you won't have a problem with that.
Click.
I remember the path I walk now.
Yeah, I hope so. We just came from town down the same path.
My religious path.
Alright, this is a bad time to be preaching. No, it's like, I don't know if you're a door-to-door guy, we're here, but
I'll pull up my
Bad
notes and
time.
ready up.
Back up to the corner of the house.
gonna roll slap again.
Alrighty. And with that, you see one jump out and over the fence. One stay just on the edge. A second one gets a little bit closer to the fence. And another one's a bit more in.
So one of them's out of the field.
Yeah.
Cool.
And with that, I'll have you all roll initiative one last time.
No, that's not as good.
Where did you go?
What'd you roll?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah. I will know eventually. You can't hide it forever. Yeah, it was like this. Here. Like here.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, whoa. Almost.
Alright.
Hey, mashed potatoes.
Alright, so 25-20.
I got a 23.
23. Snow.
34?
He critted.
Alright. 20 to 15. 15 to 10.
What?
10 to 5. Alright, Johnny.
8.
5.
6.
7.
5, 6, 7, 8, baby.
Alright. I need to fix the camera now.
Oh, did it fall?
Slightly.
Did you move it?
I did.
Awkward. How dare
How
you?
long ago
What
was
does
this?
stream look like
Just
right now?
It was just now.
We're still. Oh, there it
There.
goes. It's the back of Tanner's head.
Do I have to come fix it?
Hang on.
T-pose and assert dominance over the camera.
Alright, camera master, come fix my mistake.
What do you mean camera master?
I mean,
The master of balancing a camera on.
You mean I'm the one who
coding.
set it up so I get to fix it?
Fix his problems.
Please.
What is he paying you for?
Nothing actually. Are you guys getting paid?
I'm getting paid.
I'm getting paid.
Are you guys not getting paid?
No, he told me I had to pay.
How much are you paying him?
Nickel.
That's a solid question.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say $20 a session. That's what I'm getting paid. So I thought you were paying me. No, I'm kidding.
Come on, getting the nickel.
Originally I told him I wasn't coming, and he just like, I'll pay you.
It's held for so long.
Is that how I have to give you the Sunday sessions?
Thunder.
No.
Yes.
Like,
Damien
we
says
might
for
actually
next
be having a
session
break
he has
because we
something
have
that
someone
would help
who's
you.
not being
Okay.
there and someone who's like the DM's not going to be there. So I'm hoping I'd be able to make it out actually finally here soon. I'm just trying to keep my ear to the ground on this because the DM might have a substitute DM.
There you go.
So that's why I didn't want to say anything earlier and get your hopes up. But I might
Alright.
be able to come for a couple sessions.
Respond to
Yay.
said message.
So.
I've literally just been waiting to have this one segment just for you.
This is an encounter you've been saving.
You can respond in chat
Yeah.
if you really wanted to.
Sounds good. First things first, snow.
Don't mind
And
me.
them.
End them all.
Put
and
them,
go.
Put them in a body. Oh, do you count flanking for advantage?
Yep.
Okay, so just I don't know if you know this.
I have them numbered 3 through 6, right?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Do you know how flanking works with advantage?
I do, but for purposes, you should explain it.
Okay, if there's two, say if you went here, and there's like two, like they're flanking you, they would both have advantage to hit you. Say I went on this side or here, we'd have advantage to hit either of them, but they'd have advantage to hit either of us. So if you go running in there, be careful not to put yourself somewhere where two of them can hit you at a time. They may move into it anyway, but just so you know.
I was just gonna go in front of the orange one.
Oh, it's gonna go straight there.
Yeah.
Your mouse.
Yes.
Okay, I'll move you for you.
Hit it.
I'll try.
Put him in a body bag.
The chair. Hit him with the chair.
This one? No. It's this or this.
Whichever one you hit it with.
We'll do right here.
So, 22.
22.
22 hits, yeah.
Then you do a d8 plus 4. Pure.
6.
6 damage?
Yes.
That was to number 5?
5.
Alright.
And then you can roll with your dagger now since you have that up.
Oh.
So you'll add 6
Yes.
again to hit, but you won't add any extra to damage.
Yeah.
So you roll again?
That, and then it's just a d4.
Oh, so I roll this again?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you get?
1.
Crit
Oh.
failed.
Yeah. Technically, it's a 7.
Crit
As
fail on a
you,
weapon.
Yeah.
as you swing with the dagger, the jackal's like, nah. It slaps your hand and you drop the dagger on the ground.
Oh, no.
I didn't have any of that shit.
After snows, Minato. Sorry.
Minato.
Minato.
Minotaur, tiny Minotaur, mini Minotaur.
What are you gonna be like, Stormy?
Why not?
Fair point.
And I'm gonna do a Hadouken.
Okay.
That's a sure you can.
Hadouken, whatever.
Hadouken is you gotta go.
We're gonna quote Street Fighter. Do you see your references right?
You gotta go Sun Soul to do a Hadouken.
Oh yeah, I'm not punching. I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah, you need the down back B combo in order for this to work.
Sun Soul
take a
literally
shot
has an
every
ability
time
where
he
you can just
says
like
something
shoot,
we
like
don't
with 30 foot,
I'd
range attack, and just like shoot.
Where are my
Manifest the key.
actions?
It's ridiculous.
Actions.
Then you turn into Ken.
Okay. So, one go. Unarmed strike. That sucks. But, it's a 13.
13 hits.
9 damage.
To which one?
number 3.
Number 3?
And then bonus action to hit him in the face again
Zane's good.
for a 19.
19 hits.
For 8 damage.
Alright. Next up is your worst nightmare. The jackals.
The jackals.
The jackals. If whoever's closest to the board wants to basically move the jackals up to the closest enemy of them.
There's a body occupying that space.
I'll stand on top of it. Nasty.
Alrighty. So now, jackal number 3.
Going against me. Bring it. Hit or miss.
Because I miss, huh?
This is why I go
Is
into
going
hell.
to attempt to stare into your eyes. There,
I stare right back.
Oh god.
Oh, no.
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
You trying to put me asleep?
Yeah.
I can't fall asleep. By magical or otherwise.
I was like, is that a
Sounds
personal
good.
preference?
So he stares at you.
Yeah, baby.
Nothing happens.
Just no thank you.
And I look at Mike.
Eyes, no.
So do you feel what I feel?
Is this a connection?
Is this the connection we're doing?
Dinner?
I want to
It's
know
like-
what love is.
I want you to show me.
Jackal number 4,
Also to Dylan.
also is going to make a bite at you.
Oh, you don't want to stare me down too?
Sorry,
That's
I
fine.
mean,
And it's got advantage.
Can I have a white rabbit?
Yes.
Does a 15 hit
Do
you?
you like white
No.
rabbits?
No.
I do.
He goes to bite you and you're just... Bat!
Bet.
Bat jackal.
It's like a shark, you hit its nose.
Look at me.
I'm the captain.
Look at me. See that guy over there? He is the captain.
Just like all four of them. Just
Jackal number 5.
Bamboo number. Sorry.
Who's jackal number 5 in front of him?
5 and
Snow.
6 are in front of Snow.
In front of Snow?
So they're flanking.
Does a 15 hit Snow?
Yes.
Alright. So Snow, you take 6 damage as this jackal just bites into your shoulder.
Ooh. Oh, is
And
that
the
your
next-
max HP?
Yeah.
What's
Oh
your
my
We're only level
constitution?
1.
The next
Yeah.
jackal's going for another bite at the other shoulder.
How much was it?
6.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm going
17
down,
also
down,
hits.
Disney.
We're going down swinging.
For 3 damage.
Oh.
So you
Oh,
take
gosh.
another 3 damage as the second
So
jackal
when you do
bites
these?
into your other shoulder.
This is your total, so you never like take it off, and then you write your things down here. Just that just shows you how much your health will be at. So perfect example is what
Yeah.
Darian did.
So my max is 14, and I'm at
range
12 right now.
So every time it's your turn now, you have to roll this. If it's above a 10, you do a save. If it's below a 10, you do a fail. If you get 3 successes, you're up with 1 health. If you get 3 deaths, you die.
Unless someone helps you.
And then someone helps you
Yeah.
to stabilize.
Next up is Ajani.
None of us have potions there.
So we'll knock you over.
So you're...
There's a body there, sir.
I'm gonna step on the corpse. I'm gonna step on the head of the jackal as I walk up to them.
Alright.
And I'm gonna be careful not to look them at face level. I'm gonna just look at the throat and below.
Okay.
Oh, I was like, yep, let's fight.
Yeah. I'm going to just stab at 4.
Stab at 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 16.
Hits.
Okay, and sneak attack.
You roll?
Huh?
What are you?
Well, if you get sneak attack, he's a rogue.
Yeah.
You know how much you hate those in your campaign?
Oh, don't worry. It's not going to be just this. So that's 13 damage.
Okay.
I'm going to stab him with my dagger. 21.
Hit.
This one was rolling better.
And 3 more damage.
Jackal still stands. Next up is Honey.
I regret everything.
I mean, you can give us your real name.
And I'm not calling Honey anymore.
Spare the dying.
Never mind, I don't have to use Spare the Dying.
What else?
So you're stabilized, so you don't have to make any death saves.
Does Spare the Dying put her at 1 hit point?
You're at
No,
1 HP.
she's just stable.
Just
Oh.
in case bad rolls.
Are we both
I know.
clerics?
Yeah.
Did we just become best friends?
Yeah.
You want to do karate and Crash?
Oh, we're two very different clerics.
Yeah.
Next up would be Narth.
Okay, go. Attacking number 5.
Number 5.
I thought Nartho's the tallest.
I need to get a little goblin mini.
Compensation.
I'm another lad.
16?
16 hits.
So 6
Okay.
for 1 sword. And that 20.
Definitely hits.
So you rolled 2d6.
Also double the dice.
So
Well, what does the dice total equal?
it's 5.
So instead you'll take max of 1 dice, so 6.
Okay, so 6 and then plus my attack bonus.
Plus your dexterity bonus, yeah.
Yes.
Or whatever you're using to attack with, dex or strength.
Strength.
Okay, so your strength bonus.
So that's going to be 10. 10
Sounds-
with the second one.
Sounds
So if
legit.
you just doubled it, would be the same.
Yeah.
10
And
for the
then-
second one.
And then I'm going to do Fury of the Small and do another attack. It's a goblin thing.
With the second attack, though, you did 10 damage.
Yes.
Okay, well, that jackal dies.
Okay, well then never mind. I won't do Fury of the Small. I will take out his legs and then stab his eye.
That was brutal.
Hit Nartho. Here you go.
Where's Sam?
Yeah.
You made a
And
shish
you do
kebab.
notice that as it dies, it reverts from this big humanoid form to the small jackal, and yes, the rest of you see this as well, except for you, because you're unconscious. Sorry for your loss. Next
Pet
up
kitty.
is Soraya.
Let me double check something quickly. I'll use Healing Hands on her. Fun fact, she gets 1 health.
Alright,
Because it heals from my level.
you're back up at
You have a healing pool of equal to your level. So you can use it as many times until you run out, can't you?
Just says Healing Hands heal it for your level. I don't remember which book I got this from.
Bullets.
Let's find out these technicalities.
Alright.
No, I mean like later level. I mean like I think you can split
Oh,
it
yeah.
up when you have more than 1 point.
Gotcha.
But is that everything you can do on your turn, or is there something else you're doing?
That's a full action, so it's not a bonus action.
Alrighty.
Is Toll of the Dead a bonus action?
So then
Well,
with that
that's
being
an
said, Snow, it's your turn. It would be half your movement speed to get up.
Well, I'm not moving anywhere because I'm still in front of it, so.
Wake up.
No.
Okay, so I stand up. And I'm going to attack with my rapier.
On number 6.
Yes.
Yes.
Put up in the body bag. It's my race that I get that from.
12.
Don't have that in either of these books.
12
It's
hits.
Bolos.
Oh. This is the one I use, right? This is the D8.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's your right there.
So that is a 6.
10.
10. Alright. Are you going to make your offhand attack as well?
Yes.
I'm impressive, not gonna lie.
That's what I think I'll just do it for you.
23.
Also hits.
D4. It's off your paper.
Is that one?
And that one you just take what's on the dice.
It
Oh.
doesn't say in here.
2.
2.
And just a second. I can't use it till I finish all my rest.
Alright. And that's it.
Okay, so
Minute.
Paladin. Use it. Yeah, pick it up.
I'm a punch.
I'm a simple man.
I'm a
Punch.
simple man.
I'm punching.
I'm a
Punch
wreck
it.
I'm a wrecking.
22 to hit.
That hits. Which one are you punching?
Number 3.
Okay.
The one he started his fight with.
Max damage for 9.
All right. You cave its face in. It also reverts back to normal jackal size.
Oh, that's that one of yours.
Dope.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just go. And I'm gonna punch it.
All right.
Don't want to look me in the eyes? That's fine.
Our date when you're dead.
15.
15 hits.
8 damage.
You also cave its face in.
Yeesh.
Right before, I said, we could have something special.
Starts feeling corner.
Filthy furry.
Next up would be
They want to stare into my eyes.
Glass
Who am I to stop it?
Jackal.
Snow.
I guess so.
Please no.
I guess no.
Ah.
He's-
Well, he doesn't have advantage anymore, so that's good.
so he's gonna
So you're
go
hitting
bite
him.
at you again.
Oh
Please miss.
Wait,
Don't
I
worry,
thought she
you're
went before Jackals. Thought it was
She's
Dylan.
already done her turn. She
Yeah.
went, then
She
then
went
Dylan went.
first.
Oh, right, because she has 30.
Then Jackals, then-
Okay, never mind.
11. Does an 11 hit you? So he goes to bite at you, and you're just like, no.
Not again.
Yeah, I learned.
Johnny.
This is your captain speaking.
Yeah, I was about to say the exact same thing. Does a 13 hit?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, sneak attack.
Kill it.
Yeah, with,
body bag.
with sneak attack, it's a good chance.
10 damage.
Yeah, how do you want to do this?
I'm gonna like just walk over and just grab the top of its head and just stab up through its chin.
Alright.
Michael Myers. maybe?
As you're holding its head with your other hand, it reverts to normal jackal size in your hand.
All right. I'm just gonna toss it to the side. I was about to toss it in the field. I'm like, no, that's not good for the crop.
It's a great fertilizer. What are you talking about?
When it's done properly.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Otherwise, it's gonna attract pests.
I'll track more jackals.
All
Love
right.
more work.
We're just gonna become jackal farmers.
Yeah.
And with that, we can either call it there or you can make your way back to town. It's 11:20.
Well, I think we
I
should
want to
just.
look in this house.
How many experience points do we get
Solve
for
the
all those
question.
jackets? Jackets.
All,
All
we're gonna
jackets.
make so many jackets.
I'm-
Who here wants to skin them?
I'm probably going to be doing
Progression.
experience calculations in between sessions, just so then during session we're not.
Breaking to level.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once we're done, I'll hand out the experience and stuff.
That's
Yeah.
good.
I feel we can just like get him and bring him back here, and then just finish the quest and end it there, rather than start the next session with
Yeah.
let's go get the farmer.
Mm-hmm.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
That's
quickly heal Hayla with my cure wounds?
Hayla is you.
Hayla, wow. I'm just
Nartho's
my
rubbing
brain's
off
not
on
working.
Did you just
No.
give us your real
Who's
name?
Hayla?
Twin evil sister.
Alright, okay, honey.
Stop
Whatever you
calling
say,
me
honey.
That's your fault.
It's your fault for letting Narvo name you.
Oh yeah, no, I was
It's
like, he was like, can we name you? Like, do it, Nartho.
I heal you for 5.
Alright. So you get healed in this magical holiness.
Heresy.
The real question at hand here is, are you wanting to loot the house before you go back?
We're bringing him back here. He'll obviously know something's up. I don't suggest it. Snow?
Don't suggest it in general. It's legal.
I agree with this one.
If we're not for the laws of this land, I would have slain you already.
What?
No, Sorry, I was quoting something.
Is the door locked?
You try the door, and it's not locked.
Man left in a hurry.
At this point, I'm going to pick her up and just no.
Contested strength. So you're gonna roll strength, and you're also gonna roll strength.
Unless you're not fighting.
If you're resisting him picking you up, you're gonna roll strength. If you just are gonna let him pick you up, then it just happens.
No, that's a little suspicious. The door just opened. So I'm gonna close that door. And we're gonna walk away.
Alright.
I'll buy you some catnip. We could.
Alright. So you close the door again,
He's
and
been-
you make your way back to town. Nothing
You want to pick up with me?
exciting or strenuous happens. You all kind of just walk back in relative silence over these weird jackal-like creatures, and not really knowing much about each other. You're not really too sure what to say. You make it back to town. Everything seems to be going fine. You find the older gentleman.
Just on the way back to town again, I'm just gonna grab Soraya on the shoulder and just look her in the eyes. Complete 180.
They were still jackals.
Were you expecting that though?
I was expecting a jackal type of creature. And we fought a jackal type of creature that became a jackal.
Jack-o'-lantern.
Now you're just being a smartass for the hell of it, aren't you?
I mean, we did the job we were paid to do. I just
We
want
weren't
this free
paid
meal.
I wonder how good of a cook
Better
the old
question
guy
is,
Better be a fucking
Where
chef.
did they come from?
Where did they go?
They caught that
Joe.
joke.
No, it's not a cotton farm, guys. It's a corn farm. Get this right.
Farm Joe.
Corn Eye Joe. Alright.
With that howl, that means there must have been a den nearby.
Hopefully we cleared it up.
Alright.
So we get back to town.
Yeah.
So you get back to town, and you find the old farmer. And he greets you. He's like, "Did you finish it? Are they all gone?"
Well, all the ones that we could find, but you failed to mention something.
What did I fail to mention?
They weren't just jackals.
They weren't.
No. They were as tall as I can't say us. They were as tall as some of us.
Much taller than Narthel.
Yeah. They're about our height.
Well, that doesn't sound right.
Whatever they were, your farm is cleared, though.
Well, thank you. He reaches into his little pocket and pulls out 6 gold pieces and about 10 copper pieces. He's like,
Narthel like shiny.
This is really all I have.
Narthel like shiny.
I haven't had much of a chance to get the crop off.
Narthel like shiny.
We'll just come and collect later then.
Okay. My name is Jebediah, by the way.
Wonder where that name came from.
Bullfrog at some point.
No, that's Jeremiah.
May I offer you that lunch that I promised?
Narthel want food and shiny.
And shelter?
We would be grateful.
You're more than welcome to stay in my house.
Some of us already thought of it, yeah.
What do you mean by
Looks
that?
like a very nice house.
Alright.
And then
So you kind of...
escort him back to the farm.
You kind of just start to follow him out as the sun starts to not exactly become a sunset, but it's getting to that point. It's becoming later in the day. And with that, as you are beginning to exit the town, on your way back to old Jebediah's farm, we will call it at that for the night.
Alright.
So with that being said, thank you all for tuning in tonight, and I hope to see you all again next week. Same time, it'll be about 8 o'clock, give or take 15 to 30 minutes, just in case.
Call a post.
Have yourselves a great night.
You're late by like